According to a new report from Matthew Iglesias, business owners, business allies of Donald Trump are just shocked, I tell you, that Donald Trump has turned out to be, as Iglesias says, crazier than they thought. Now, that's a weird statement to begin with, right? We all know that this administration has absolutely been far worse than any of us could have dreamed. I mean, some of us may have had inklings that some of these things would happen, but for the most part, it has been worse and more extreme than any of us could have imagined. So definitely worse than we thought, but crazier? No, we knew going into this that this guy was unhinged. We had been warning people about that for years. Mental health professionals have been warning people about that for a decade now. So these business allies saying, oh no, he's crazier than we thought. Have you been living in a cave cut off from all communications for the last 10 years? Because if so, I can forgive you. If not, you should have seen this coming. But Iglesias points out that the thing that is obviously frightening business owners is Donald Trump's kind of schizophrenic tariff policy. One day it's on, one day it's off, now it's on kind of, now it's off a little bit, now it's back on steroids. We don't know who we're going to get on any given day. The guy that's pausing tariffs, even though he didn't actually pause them, or the guy that's putting 150% tariffs on goods from China. And this is costing businesses a lot of money, both in just transactional money and, of course, in investment money. They can't make their own investments because they don't know how much goods are going to cost in 60 days or 90 days or 120 days. They can't expand. They can't hire people because he's crazier than they thought. Let me read you this. Iglesias writes that Trump's allies in the business community learned that Trump is crazier than they thought thanks to his erratic tariff policies, and Iglesias makes the case that they should understand that Trump is behaving just as destructively in other policy areas. Iglesias points to the fact that Trump recently fired several national security officials at the behest of Laura Loomer, a right-wing influencer with a long history of pushing conspiracy theories, whom even many Republicans regard as being akin to radioactive waste from Godzilla. Iglesias goes on to document Trump policy blunders with dissolving U.S. aid, which he said has led to the deaths of children in Africa, his slashing of scientific research and education funding, and his decision to let Elon Musk and his staff at the Department of Government Efficiency make cuts to staffing and regional offices at the Social Security Administration. Let's also not forget that those Doge idiots also crashed the Social Security computer system because they put untested software in there. But what Iglesias is saying is that, listen, business leaders, we get it. The tariff policy is really crazy. We'll give you that. Crazier than we thought? No, everybody knew this is what was going to happen. And you should have known it was going to be crazy. But what he's saying is like, but look beyond that too. And I think that's a great point to make, because when we look at the news cycle ever since Liberation Day, it has been tariffs. And of course, the immigration fiasco, sending innocent men to that El Salvadoran prison and refusing to bring them back even after admitting we accidentally did that, defying the Supreme Court. So we got those two major things out there, but at the same time, throughout all of this, Trump is still doing other very harmful things to the country. And I'll even go further. One thing Iglesias did not point out, at least from what I saw, is the fact that about a week and a half ago, Trump signs an executive order telling government agencies to sunset all, A-L-L, all environmental regulations in the country. All of them. That's insane. I mean, I knew obviously we're going to see environmental protections rolled back, but all of them? So that's when I say, like, this is worse than we thought. Nobody could have predicted that it would get this bad, especially not this quickly. But we're not even 100 days into this mess, and it's getting worse by the day. Yeah, the tariffs are horrible. Yes, the tariffs are going to impact all of us, not just the business owners. But so too is every other decision he's making that is absolutely bat crap crazy. So don't lose sight of the bigger picture because everything this man has done is completely insane. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.